Hey guys, how's it going? My name is syLLy and I'm going to be doing my first video on the KYP channel. Today we're going to be talking about some Warzone loadouts, which is perfect since this latest update actually just separated the Modern Warfare and the Warzone loadouts. So now you can have a set of loadouts specifically just for Warzone, and it is awesome. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is break this down into two sections here. Okay, so you have your first loadout box and you have your second loadout box. We're going to be starting off talking about your first loadout because that is going to be where your guns are, the guns that you want. So right here, guys, I have one of the best classes. I've been using this for about a week and a half now. It is an absolute monster. It destroys whether you're in solos, duos, trios, quads. This is a beast of a class. Okay, I call this my Wild West setup. So first we're gonna have the monolithic suppressor, which is just absolutely a must-have for every gun you can think of in Warzone right now. It keeps you off of the minimap, gives you a little bit of extra damage range, silences your shots. There's no reason to not use it right now. Okay, so we've got the stock M16 Grenadier. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. So we've got the stock M16 Grenadier. This is going to give you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Now you can sub this out with the Corvus Custom Marksman. You can. The numbers aren't too off, but in all of my testing and all of the math that I've done behind this, the M16 Grenadier just wins. The range that you get from it, the bullet velocity, it's so much easier to track and hit your targets at a distance. On that same note, I run the GI Mini Reflex instead of attack laser. Now that's kind of controversial. It's becoming a little bit more meta as people realize that your sight acquisition and your target acquisition is a little bit more important than how snappy you can make your AR. Because it doesn't matter how fast. You can't hit your shots. Alright, so now we've got the Commando foregrip. This is one of the best attachments that you can have on your barrel. The only other thing that I would honestly recommend would be the operator. Now, the difference between the two is not that much. The Commando does not take away from ADS speed, and that is mostly why I stick with that. The operator does give you a little bit more recoil control, but the M4 already is such a laser beam that you don't need the extra recoil control. I would take back that extra aim down sight speed that I'm losing from not running attack laser. And of course, 60 round mag. You can't go wrong with the 60 round mag. It's Warzone. You need as many bullets as you can possibly have without it being a drum mag and severely negating anything that you can build. All right, so now we've got the R700. This is the SPR. This is my favorite sniper rifle in the game right now. This thing, it absolutely destroys at a distance. All right, so I'm running the monolithic suppressor, of course, the SPR 26-inch barrel, as that's the longest barrel currently for this gun. A lot of people like to run the Vera Twist as well, but the range is not comparable, and I'm aiming for a perfect sweet spot between a Kar 98 and an HDR, where I'm trying to find the middle ground of snappy and light, but still hits like a truck. So this gives you the most damage range, most bullet velocity, and the recoil control is only helpful if you're hard scoping. But I mean, it's Warzone, we're all hard scoping. Attack laser gives you that super snappy feeling, especially when compared with the Solo Zero SPR 28mm. Now you can run the variable. It is definitely personal preference there. The numbers aren't very far off from each other, so it's just really whatever reticle you actually prefer there. Now, what does make this build tick though, most important part of it, is the 338 Lapua mag. It's got basically the same trajectory and bullet velocity as the Norma rounds, but the increased damage is what makes it hit like a truck. and it does hit like a truck. All right, moving on to the perks. We've got double time, so we can run faster. I personally swapped this out after the C4 nerf. If explosives become unbearable again, as C4 was when it was just overpowered, I will run EOD. For now, I love my double time. Helps me get around, especially since I'm running an AR and not an SMG as my primary. Overkill, that's what allows us to get both of our weapons. And amped for that weapon swap. That weapon swap is important, especially if you're trying to swap off your sniper to get to your AR on a close opponent, or quickly swap to get a quick snipe off. Right now, Simtax Heartbeat, that's the way for my first loadout. Now it's a little interesting once we get to the second loadout here. I am not running a weapon that I am going to use. The whole purpose of this is to have a gun with fully loaded in it, so that I can have AR ammo back once I pick up my second loadout, because usually by that time I've already used, 100 bullets. It's nice to have. I just kind of run a gun that I like, that I could pick up fresh out of Gulag and do good with. The only thing I sacrifice out of this is my underbarrel. I don't run my commando foregrip on it because I need this fully loaded perk. So when I pick up this class, I have full AR ammo. I run a fully loaded pistol just in case I need SMG ammo as well. I can't run a sniper because I'm not running overkill. The whole point of this class is to have ghost. So I have double time, ghost, and amped. Now, something else interesting is I also run a stun grenade on this class. So if I want the choice, if I want the option, I can pick up a stun grenade if it's that time of the late game where everybody already has ghost already and there's no point in having a heartbeat anymore. All right, so we're just gonna hop right into this next class here. We're running the AMAX. I have monolithic suppressor, of course. This is needed. XRK Zodiac S44, the longest barrel. This is going to give me the most damage range, recoil control, and bullet velocity, and especially since the AMAX has a lot more recoil than your average AR in this game, you're going to need that extra recoil control. The VLK 3.0, since this is going to be my long range option, it also has the hidden recoil control stats within it, so that helps immensely. Commando foregrip, of course, tried and true. 45 round mag. Sadly, guys, it doesn't have anything more than a 45 round. If it did, I would absolutely love that. But this is what we're working with here, and this AMAX slaps. You will melt people. You will melt people and just wonder how you're doing it. So I know, guys, the JAK 12, the AA 12 is the new shotgun meta. However, I can't find myself unlocking it anytime soon. Not even gonna lie to you guys. But I run the VLK currently, and this thing is kind of, I swap this build out around. This build has not stayed like this. Currently, as I'm running it right now, I have a Forged Hack Marauder. Same principle as a monolithic suppressor, keeps you off of the minimap. This actually does also give you a tighter pellet spread, so it helps just as much as a choke does. You've got the 16-inch Warlord barrel, again the longest barrel. I prefer this over the Tsar because it does give you just a little bit more range when somebody is just barely out of that reach of the Tsar. The Warlord does come in clutch. 5 milliwatt laser, that way we can get that extra hip fire and sprint to fire speed, because let's face it, it's a shotgun. We're going to be hip firing it. XRK race grip, because it also gives us recoil control and aimed outside speed. The extra ADS speed is very helpful. Now, this is what makes this build annoying. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna cap. This build is annoying to fight against. It is. You get the 8R Dragon's Breath rounds, and you are shooting your opponents in the face, and they do not know where you are to shoot back. You hop in the room, you bunny hop, you drop shot, you do whatever you gotta do. You're just click firing away, and these guys are screaming in their $3,000 gaming chair, wondering where in the heck you are. And it's great. Double time, overkill, amped. You're gonna find basically the same perks on all of my classes. I run Syntax and Heartbeat on this. I would run stuns on my first class, but you always want the option, especially when you're getting your loadout very early in the game. You want the option to be able to run your Heartbeat, because at that point most people aren't gonna have Ghost yet, and you can just find them and wreck them. Alright guys, so this is gonna be your second loadout for this shotgun class. This is where all the magic happens and you just become a monster in the late game. Alright, so you're running your shotgun, fully loaded. You just change out the race grip for a fully loaded perk, so you have shotgun ammo when you pick this up. You can drop this when you get it and just get your old shotgun back to have your race grip. I have an RPG in here. This is honestly just for lulz. I could put anything I wanted in there. I could have a pistol. I just wanted an RPG because why not? So double time, restock, amped. I'm running Syntax and stun grenades. And so what this is going to allow me to do is have refillable Syntax and stuns as I go without needing a munitions box. And at this point, everybody else is ghosted, so you don't really need your Heartbeat anymore. You just run into buildings, stun them, blind them with your Dragon's Breath rounds, make them uninstall the game. That's the whole point of this class. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, enjoy the gameplay that I have running in the background. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Peace. I downed one.
Oh, okay. Oh, hurry.
No.
Oh.
I think he's above. Down. One more lit. He's one. Absolute one. Absolute one. He's cracked. Do you have a gas mask?
No.
Dead. One dead. Yep. Down one. Down one. Down. Down.
You have a shotgun? You have a shotgun or not?
No. He's down. Somebody just landed on top. Yeah, he's trying to get the chopper. Yep.
He's sniping on the right, by the way.
Disable the chopper?
No, behind.
No, I disabled. Stuck him. Down.
Killed one. Oh, it's not gonna get me. Get pushed by the other team.
Sometimes he's landing down there, but be careful.
Alright guys, if you enjoyed that or if you learned anything at all, make sure you leave a like. You can come check me out at fb.gg/syLLytime if you want to learn some more about Warzone, or if you just want to see some cute cat pics, I got you. I'm live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. CST every single week. Don't miss a beat. Love you guys. Peace.